So, folks, we are here. Season 2. Let's go. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to Bloodbrothersballin podcast. This is season 2, episode 2. And today we have a special guest who is joining us from, I believe, yes, Maryland. You're not in LA, right? You're in Maryland. One of my other
Maryland,
brothers,
yes, indeed.
who you'll get to see some guest appearances from. I think last time you guys met our brother Ozzy. And now today you're going to meet our other brother, Nate. All right. So Nate, talk to the people. Tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Good morning, everyone. I'm just a regular person. I'm a basketball coach. I did coach football for the 9U some years ago, but I'm sticking to basketball. I've been coaching basketball for 9, 10 years, give or take. 5 years out of high school here in Maryland and 5 years AAU basketball. My team is the 49ers, so we're going to Super Bowl this year, guaranteed 13-4. That's my prediction for my team. Most of my teams are West Coast. I don't know why. But, I'm happy to be here early in the morning on a Saturday. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I guarantee you. So let's get it on.
All right. So, folks, remember last week we spent the entire episode talking about the NFC and who our predictions are for the NFC. In case, to give you a quick recap, unanimous that we expect Tampa Bay to possibly be in the Super Bowl again.
Wow.
But I know Rob had said that it's probably going to be the Rams this year. And so, yes, we talked about NFC last week. So possibly either the Rams or the Buccaneers have, were the predictions. But this week we're going to talk about the AFC. And I got to say, this upcoming season I am looking forward to because we can all agree that both conferences are deep. There are a lot of good teams on both sides, and it's going to be a great NFL season. It's going to be the first season of 17 games, not 16 anymore. It's going to be 17 games. And so today we're going to focus on the AFC. Our first question for our, guest here today is when it's coming to the AFC, what are your top 5 teams in the AFC? Your top 5. You can rank them 1 through 5 or 5 to 1, but kind of give us your top 5.
Top 5. I'm doing 1 through whatever.
Okay.
1 through 5. Surprisingly, you guys gonna be nah, but I'm looking at the Browns taking the number 1 spot. I think they took care of all their issues in the offseason and in the draft. And I think I got not my Browns, but I got a Browns number 1.
Okay.
I got a Chiefs number 2. I'm sorry, I'll take that back. I got Chiefs number 1, Browns number 2. I'm going with Buffalo number 3.
Okay.
I'm going with Titans at number 4.
All right.
And I will go with the Ravens number 5. Yeah.
Ravens number 5. Okay.
Yes.
So again, your order is Kansas City, Cleveland,
Yes.
Buffalo, Tennessee, and the Ravens.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So I'll share mine, and mine order 1 through 5. I have the Kansas City Chiefs, and main reason why they have the best quarterback in the NFL, and Patrick Mahomes. I expect them to be the number 1 seed, but I don't think that they'll make the Super Bowl, but they'll be the number 1 seed. Okay. Number 2, it's something about this team and every year I've seen them make improvements. And my number two is going to be the Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen is showing you that he is the real deal. And let's remember he started off pretty bad. He started off bad his rookie season, and you see him improve and improve. The issues that the Bills have, which I think they spent some good time in the offseason addressing, they had some issues on defense, and to me, their offense is very good. But they had some issues with the offensive line a little bit that they've gone out and addressed. And so I feel that they are the most dangerous team because I feel that they can win anywhere. They can win in any place. And I feel that they may come out of the AFC, but I have them as the number 2 seed. Okay. Number 3 is going to be a bounce back year. But I feel that Baltimore is going to be better. They finally got a number 1 receiver. And I think that Lamar Jackson is going to have a better year passing the ball because he got a good number 1 in Bateman. And I feel that they will be the 3 seed. But I still just think that they're just a tad behind Kansas City and Buffalo. But I feel that they'll be the 3. The 4 that I have, the 4th spot is the Browns because the Browns have 2 beast running backs. And also, they get Odell back this year, which Odell is due a breakout. He's due a breakout season because he's had the last, 3 years, he's been banged up. But I think that the Browns are 4. My concern, and here's the thing, they did a lot of good things. They did a lot of good things on defense. They did a lot of good things on offense. But it's like Baker Mayfield. I like him as a quarterback. My thing is, because he's real cocky. He got a lot of confidence and stuff. My thing is, with Odell Beckham, I don't know if he resorts back to forcing Odell the ball like he did before.
Right.
And so that's a concern, but I have them as 4. And the thing is, even though I have the predictions of the team, any of these teams can come out the AFC. Any of them can.
Right.
The Titans, I have them at number 5. So the thing is, we have the same top 5, just in different order. But I have the Tennessee Titans at 5 because, listen, tell me another duo that's going to be better than A.J. Brown and Julio Jones in the league. Tell me a better 1-2 duo in the league.
Do you want me to?
And it's up to 49ers, okay? Yeah. I don't want you to bring up Dabo,
Debo and Ayuk are going to be. I'm telling you, they're going to be spectacular.
No.
Even though Ayuk is hurt right now, it's going to be spectacular.
No, I do agree with you. I do agree with you. 49ers have a lot of good. You got good running backs. You got good receivers. The question with you guys is it's all about health. Can people stay healthy to make it? But right now, starting Jones and AJ Brown might be the best 1-2. Now the thing is, Minnesota
and they're only going to be the.
Yeah,
I'm about to say.
Yeah.
I mean, Tennessee may be the best 1-2, not because of who they are as receivers. It's because of who's the running back. He makes things extremely easy. Because if you do a play action, you will have to bite because he might just give the ball.
Yeah.
And then when you sink in, Julio 1-on-1, I mean, there's only not even a handful that's going to stop this guy or contain him. And AJ, I mean, it's tough. I mean, I agree with I mean, honestly, you sleeping, but because of his age. But Diggs and Emmanuel Sanders is a game changer. He's fast. His IQ is extremely high. If it wasn't for us trading for him, we would have made the Super Bowl anyway. because he changed the a whole offense just by being on the field itself. I think that that might help a whole lot for it. So I mean, but I guess AJ Brown, yeah,
Right. Well,
I guess, but
I was thinking about
we
Minnesota because Minnesota has AJ Thielen and Jefferson from LSU. Like, listen, LSU
but
and Jefferson had a
right,
breakout year,
and
almost 1,500 yards receiving.
and we don't know what we're gonna see from Burrow and his man Chase with Boyd over there in
Yeah, but Chase,
Bangerland.
yeah, but
So
Chase been dropping the ball though, man. He been dropping the ball in preseason. He got a
I
couple of
mean,
drops.
I know, I know it's gonna be a little difficult for him, but adjustment. But
I know
I mean, I don't know.
he's a beast. He's a beast too. He's a beast.
Actually, I think it back due to the fact that Juju's on the 1 year. He got to prove because Claypool did his thing last year.
Yeah.
Juju kept dancing. Now that Juju is trying to get a bigger contract, he might go out there and be Antonio Brown part 2 and put some work in. And Claypool is Claypool, and they have a good running back in the draft they got in Alabama.
Yep.
So
Najee Davis.
So Big Ben might be, he's like 99 years old. He might just have one more run in them this year to, make some noise in the AFC.
Excellent. All right. So I think we've exhausted. So we kind of talked about our top 5, and we each ranked somewhere different. The next question that we have, and this is going to be a tough one here. So, which playoff team from last season won't make it this year? Ooh. And I want to give you the list of the teams that made it to the playoffs last year, right? So last year we had the Ravens, we had the Titans, we had the Steelers, we had the Browns, we had the Chiefs, we had the Colts, and then we had the Bills.
Okay.
So out of that list, what team, or do you feel that those same teams will make it this year? But out of that list, which teams do you think won't make the playoffs this season?
You're going to be surprised.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm a surprise you. Who's surprised? I'll scare somebody. Honestly, I think the Colts. I think.
Okay.
And I say that because they had Phillip Rivers, who was 50 years old last year, and did pretty good.
Yep.
He had 24. I think he had 24 touchdowns and 11 picks. He played the whole season. I think he had like 8, 9, 300 plus yard games.
Mm-hmm. So
he consistent. So when you're a quarterback on a team, any quarterback, and you're playing every game, your receivers trust you, your running back trusts you. He knows when he's gonna get the handoff. Everything is moving in one little motion, and the chemistry builds. Even though you're losing, the chemistry receivers, and he didn't have great receivers last year in the Colts. He had 2 good running backs that were dynamic throughout and a great defense. But the consistency of seeing the same face behind the center gives the receivers something. So we don't know what Wentz is going to give us. The Wentz, if it was the Wentz prior to injury, Colts going to be in the top 3 because Wentz was an MVP candidate before he got hurt. He was the MVP before he got hurt. He had it in his bag. He got hurt and everything fell through. Now being injured is to me is more of a mental than physical thing. You could be fine physically, but mentally you scared to get hit. I mean, you can go to, even with basketball, with Derrick Rose, how you keep coming back. Like, it's a mental thing to keep coming back after being hurt, constantly. So when you're strong mentally, you can perform on the field at a high level. And I think we're not guaranteed that Wentz is giving us 16 games. So their defense can do but so much. It was top 5 last year. It was tremendous. But what can the offense give us this year? And they don't have any dynamic receivers again. They run with the same offense. But the issue is Colts might not make it due to the quarterback. And that's going to be key. If Wentz is half of what he was,
Uh-huh.
If he can just not turn the ball over so much, all them pick sixes he had a couple years ago or last year, all them pick six, picks all day long. I think I think they'll be fine and still be the same. I think they were seventh. What did seventh last year? I think it
Yeah,
was
there was seventh.
six, seven. Yeah,
Yeah.
so they might stay there. Um,
All right.
if
So
Winston is decent.
here's a follow-up question. So you're predicting that the Colts may not make it. So of the list, that's the only team you think that possibly won't make it, correct?
Yeah. I think Pittsburgh was another one of my teams that I thought, but they. I'm not downing their running back last year, but they're better. They're
They
young.
upgraded.
He's younger.
Yeah.
I mean, we say that now due to the fact what we see from Najee Harris in the championship games and playoffs. You know how Alabama running backs are. They one in a dozen guys here. So we got Derrick Henry, and then you like, who else we got left? I mean, you can add, Ingram was phenomenal. He's
Yeah.
durable at times, and
Yeah.
but it took Ingram some time to get up there. Reggie Bush was not Reggie Bush. I'm tripping. Uh, all these guys that from Alabama that
Trent
kept skipping.
Trent Richardson flopped. Yeah. Trent Richardson flopped.
I didn't want to say his name. I tried to skip him. I didn't want to say his name. And I think, but for him, people don't know it was his family more than anything that was taking his money and bad stuff. So hopefully Najee is, to me, he's Derrick Henry 2.0. Or I mean, I think he's a great pass catcher,
Yes.
tremendous
He got
blocker, great
hands.
runner. So that's going to be key for them because Big Ben's going to be in the stress a lot. So he needs to hurry up and get the ball in his hand. And who would have to give it to? Then the big guy who's a Mike All-Star looking like running around, running folks over, and he's very fast too. So Pittsburgh is a team, but due to their coaching, which honestly I feel like he should be fired a long time ago. But dude, I mean, and people call me racist because he need to be fired. I mean, what has he done? But that one time he won the championship, like I was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time
I mean,
ago.
I mean, I think Kurt Warner was in the NFL at quarterback for Arizona. So I mean, what has he done from that is, I mean, it was like Nate racist. How? But if it was a white guy, I'm not racist. If it was a black guy, he shouldn't be there. He hasn't done anything in the last whatever year. He gets reached the playoffs and gets beat down the playoffs and go home. We should have played better. I think no, the same speech every time, man. He got to go.
All right, so with your predictions, what teams would you think would replace them? So you said the Colts possibly. So who would replace the Colts?
Not a surprise. I got two teams that could surprise. I go with the one that y'all might be okay with. Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
I don't trust Tua at all, but he's bad. Like he shouldn't have been playing. I mean, he's bad. I don't trust him.
Okay.
But I'm thinking that somewhere he's gonna do something over there. They did well in the offseason. Hopefully their main thing in the offseason was just him improving Tua because he can't throw a 15-yard pass in NFL. He's not accurate. He's bad decision making. He's a work in progress. But hopefully they took the time to work on this guy and get him to where he needs to be. But my surprise replacement, is the Chargers. I mean,
oh wow, the Chargers. Okay.
Didn't they fire their coach? They fired him, right?
Yeah.
That was my number one fire too. I watched him in this game, and you're down by 4 points with 30 seconds left, and the clock is running, and then you have 2 timeouts left, and then you call it at 14 seconds. You let 16 seconds just walk through. Like, what are you doing? What are you thinking about? At the time, we need to score a touchdown to win the game. So he did it like I watched this game. I watched more than 6, but he did it in 6 games that I've seen this year. That he just bad clock management. He gone. They're healthy. If they're healthy defensively, they missed a lot of guys. Derwin James, one of the best safeties in the game, but he's never been really healthy. He's back. If they are healthy on the defensive end, and their offense was clicking last year, despite, them losing almost every game. But Keenan Allen showed us that he is the top 10 receiver in the league. If he's not, then if he's not even top 10, then I don't know what to tell you. But he showed with a rookie quarterback, even though they killed Tyrod Taylor on their own. But are you arguing that?
No. It's true. They intentionally killed Tyrod.
No, I don't like your face you made when you said, and I said Keenan Allen's top 10 receiver. Like, is he not? Did he not prove that last?
Listen, man. Look,
I know you guys know. Are you
listen?
Keenan. Wow.
Well, listen. Keenan Allen is a top 10 receiver in your book. In my book, I can name 10 receivers that I'd pick over Keenan Allen. I think he's very good.
But
he has good hands. He has good hands, and he's a good receiver.
Hands. Okay.
He's in my top 15.
Good receiver.
He's in my top 15. He's not in my top 10.
So you're gonna the issue with your rankings, and I don't know your rankings, but the issue with your rankings is you're placing a receiver who had 1 year, Justin Jefferson, ahead of Keenan Allen. And that's what you're doing. I don't know your list. I don't know, but you're putting guys that had 1 year.
I got Jefferson in there. I got Jefferson in there. Listen.
And you're giving.
Okay, hey, I just think Justin Jefferson is going to be. Justin Jefferson is going to be, in my eyes, either number 1 or number 2 receiver in this league. Okay, that guy could ball. Jefferson could ball.
Because this I always do the triangle when it comes to football. The triangle. When your triangle is pretty decent, you might just be that. So
listen,
you have a triangle
he had almost 1,500 yards with in my opinion, Kirk Cousins is not Kirk Cousins is not in the top 8 positions at quarterback. And he had almost 1,500 yards receiving. Could you imagine if Jefferson had Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, how many yards he would have? He might have 2,000 receiving yards, okay?
We got to understand also that,
listen, man, I am a fan. Hey, Justin Jefferson,
I'm a fan.
If you listen to this podcast, send me your jersey. I'm not a Vikings fan. I am one of your biggest fans. You're going to be either number 1 or number 2 receiver in this league very, very soon. And you will be on my fantasy team.
He definitely be my fantasy team. It's a triangle thing for me. The triangle. The triangle is your quarterback, your running back, and the number 1 receiver.
Right.
Or you have that little triangle going. It's very hard to. So you have, for instance, Tom Brady has. His triangle is crazy because anybody, Godwin or Evans, is the 1 receiver. Pick one.
I'll take Godwin.
And he has so many weapons. You can't even. Yeah, you probably can't. You can't even you can't even look at things with the Buccaneers. If you look at, we're going to compare Keenan Allen and Jefferson. Jefferson has, like you said, Cousins is, I think, guaranteed top 20 quarterback.
Yeah, definitely. I may even put him in the top 10. Just not. He'll be at the low end. He'll be at the low end.
Yeah, definitely. But you have to me, high is tough, but he's the 3rd best running back in the game in Cook.
3rd best.
You can maybe say, boy, I'm.
I think the only person that I would put ahead of him is Derrick Henry.
You're disrespectful. Very disrespectful.
Why?
I was just like you last year. Hold on. I was just like you. I was disrespectful to this guy. I was disrespectful. I missed him. Like I dismissed like he was even in the NFL until I said, "Are you sure?" I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. I know what I'm talking about. And I look, I said, I'm being disrespectful. Don't you ever? And I said to myself in the mirror, don't you ever disrespect Mr. Chubb? Okay, Chubb played. Chubb used like 4 or 5 games last year and was top 5 in yards last year. Okay. And they have a second. Hold on, and it makes it worse. It makes it worse. It makes it worse. It makes it worse when you have a backup that's getting 500 plus rushing yards in the game. I mean, in the season. Like all these guys, Henry, who is his backup? Jonathan Exum. We don't know who he is. We don't know who he is. Why? Because he only plays. He only gets like. Listen, the backup running back gets like 8 snaps. 7 of them are blocking. You're passing the ball. Henry's on getting a rest. We're definitely passing. You block for the quarterback. You get one little run, and Derrick Henry's back on the field. So Chubb is better because why? I mean, both Cook and Chubb get hurt a lot. True, but Chubb makes up for his injuries. When he's out, he makes up the yards in the game. Cook just stays.
Chubb, listen, I agree with you. Chubb is a very good running back. He is.
No, see, we say that. We said that. When you start with that,
listen, he is. He is a top 5. He's a top 5 running back in this league.
Top 5.
But listen, I'm taking Dalvin Cook over him. I'm sorry. I love Dalvin Cook. I've always loved Dalvin Cook.
I'm looking at the numbers. Cook had 1,500 yards, over 1,500 yards. That's cute. That's cute, right? Chubb missed. I mean, and listen, he had 1,500 yards on 312 attempts. 1,500 on 312. That's 5 yards per carry. That's cute. Chubb, who played 2 less games than Cook, had 190 rushes for a little over 1,000 yards.
Okay.
And he averaged 5.6 yards per carry.
All right.
League leading, or I mean, besides Lamar Jackson's running with a quarterback, but out of running back, Chubb led the league in yards per carry.
Okay.
So imagine if Chubb got that many rushes. He can't because he got Hunt, who's running pretty tough. Cook's backup is he's okay. He can't start anywhere, but he's okay.
Okay.
That's the difference. It's your backup. And
all right. We're kind of getting off topic a little bit, though.
We are. Yeah. So I think the Chargers.
All right.
Is a sleeper
okay.
team. Dolphins and Chargers are my sleeper teams if they healthy. If Tua gets improved from last year, and if Chargers get healthier on the defense, and they're missing a lot of guys on defense end last year. If they get better defensively, Herbert's now got hit, he got smacked. I'm still hurt by Tyrod right now, but he got a job. But I'm still hurt by Tyrod right now. So if it was a white guy, I wouldn't care. But if it's a black guy, I care. It's my people, right?
Right.
But yeah, I think the Chargers, new coach, they kind of give me the picture of the Browns, who continually, for Baker had a continually different coordinator every year, and everything's changing for you. And then all of a sudden, this new coach comes in, and boom, you're 11-5. You're a couple yards from getting the first down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a couple of yards and a fumble away from getting potential of beating the Chiefs to get to the Super Bowl, whatever. It's kind of tough. So with the confidence with the new coach, I think they're gonna do better. It could be the same team, but I think Chargers, if the Colts fall off like they might, I think the Chargers might pull it off.
Okay.
In the AFC.
All right. So my picks were actually the same. I had the Colts, I had the Steelers making it. Yeah, and here's the thing. I think Najee will have a great season. I just think that because Big Ben is older and he doesn't have the snap of throwing the ball like he used to, that it's going to hurt. And here's the thing. Juju and Claypool may have breakout years, but I just think they're not going to be able to make enough plays to make the playoffs. And so who I have replacing them So the Colts replacing the Colts, I have the Patriots replacing them
Ooh,
because listen, I don't bet against the man, Bill
yeah,
Belichick. Yeah, I don't bet against him,
I
and
forgot about
and,
that.
and I know he is like amped to get revenge because Tom Brady made it and he didn't, so his,
Right.
his team's gonna be ready. Um, and then the other team who do facing the Steelers. Um, I had a toss up between definitely it's between the Chargers and the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins. Remember, the Dolphins won. They won 10 games last year. They
Yeah.
won 10 games
Right.
last year and,
Mm-hmm.
and didn't make the playoffs. Because usually
Because
you
they
win 10
banked the
games, you're
guy.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, they banked Fitzpatrick later on in the
Yeah.
season. So.
And I think they have a really good coach in Brian Flores. I think he's a great coach. Their defense is solid. Their defense is good. They got a good
Yeah,
defense.
yeah, they
Um,
do.
and they have weapons on offense. And again, my concern is Tua. But the good thing about the Dolphins, which a lot of people don't understand, is they got so many draft picks. If Tua doesn't work out, they can go draft a new quarterback next season
Right.
because they racked up on draft picks. So they could retool quickly. So they're in prime position. And that's the thing is for the Buffaloes and the Cleveland Browns, you got to win now because Miami's coming. They got young pieces all over the place. They're coming, and they got draft picks. And so that is going to be. And here's the thing: they can take those draft picks and say, you know what, we want Deshaun Watson, and take
Right.
Deshaun Watson, and boom.
And then and then boom, the Chargers come back, and then he goes to prison. Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
I
that's
forgot
gonna
what team
be
though. I forgot one team that I had. I think before the Chargers. I don't know how I forgot that.
who
How did I forget this
the
team?
Raiders.
Yeah, like
Uh,
I think they did pick up more speed in John Brown. They
yeah,
did
they
get
did.
a better. Jacobs has they got a starting running back last year as a backup for Jacobs and Kenyon Drake. Um, and they got Willie Snead. They have better. I mean, I know Willie Snead's not A. Brown or somebody of that
Well, he
caliber,
can't stay healthy.
but true. But they got and I want to see the improvement of Hunter Renfro. But I think this team has what it takes. They had some spurts here and there showing that they were good. I think this is Derek Carr last year though. I think if he
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
perform, because honestly, Mariota came in there last year and was dynamic. In that one game, he came in and he was like, Mariota's that game. I he was even back up. He's over there in the NFL. I thought he was playing golf with J.R. Smith. But I think Raiders. The Crosby's a tremendous defensive player. They got Casey Hayward at corner. They they did pretty good the offseason in the draft. I think the Raiders also are in a little mix of teams. But yeah,
all
and
right,
you know what? You might be sleeping on Denver. I mean, a man is back at quarterback.
all right.
Man is back at quarterback. Bridgewater.
Next question. We're move on to the next question. All right, so we gave
I
our
target you.
predictions. All right, so we gave our predictions. We talked about the top 5 teams. Talked about playoff teams, who we think is in, who we think is out, and we talked about the non-playoff teams. I got the Patriots and possibly the Dolphins. Nate got the Chargers and the Dolphins, possibly making it this year. But now, we have the AFC South, East, North, and West. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think? Let's talk about the AFC West. So the AFC West consists of the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Chargers, and Denver Broncos. Who's winning that division?
Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, duh. No, of course we're going with we go with the Chiefs, man.
All right. So you got the Chiefs. I also got the Chiefs. All right. Let's go to I want to go to the East. East, we got Buffalo, the Dolphins, the Patriots, and the Jets. Who you got?
Tough, 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 tough. Now earlier I did say Bills in my top three, I think.
Right.
You woke me up with this Patriots team. Like they got Judon, they got bodies in defense that can stop a lot. And Belichick, Buffalo.
All right. Yeah,
I
still got
get,
Buffalo.
I tried, Cam, but ain't gonna work out for you. Like,
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think the Patriots will be good. I just don't think that they're better than Buffalo. I think Buffalo's gonna win this division. And yeah, I got Buffalo. I got Buffalo hands down. So
yeah, they're gonna win the division at 12-5, but I think it's gonna be right under them.
No, I think they're gonna be 13-4. I got them going 13-4. But 12-5 can still win the division.
I mean, yeah, but you gotta look at Cam now has a threat behind him. Cam might play. He has a big threat behind him. Even though he played well this past game he played, Cam has a big threat behind him. Cam might. I'm not saying he's playing like Super Bowl Cam, because that was the bad Super Bowl for Cam. But pre-Super Bowl, that was great for Cam. He was a great pre-Super Bowl guy. What 15-1?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean MVP too. If Cam can come close to that, because there's competition behind him. This is Cam last year. This Cam last time presenting to the NFL. I still have game. He don't get the best receivers around him. But he didn't have that best receiver around him either in Panthers. He had, to me, some mediocre receivers.
Oh, he had Steve Smith.
He was there?
Yeah. Remember Steve Smith?
The little guy?
Oh, no, you're right. I think he was in Baltimore at that time. Yeah.
Yeah, they had Kevin Benjamin, I think, and some other crap. Yeah.
Kevin Benjamin hasn't shown us that he's that guy.
Oh no! What? Yeah, I think I saw somewhere.
Was he at Buffalo? I think
he was.
Was he at Buffalo?
He got cut. He got signed somewhere. Somebody signed him to that G League roster. He's making $100,000 a year or something. I think if Cam could play at his potential, because this is last year starting, unless he woes us.
You know who got him?
Who? Who got him?
Oh no, Giants release. Oh, he got released. Oh man, Kelvin, man, sorry, man. Sorry, we're laughing about you, bro.
I'm mad because I'm a Florida State guy, and he wasn't Peter Warrick, but he was great. And then he was good at NFL, and he was trash, like 6'8". He can't do anything. He can't catch the ball, can't run it. He got no run after catch. He's catching and get hit because he's slow. I mean, he's bad. He should have cut them dreads off. He probably would have got faster.
Yeah, I don't know where he is. We'll post that.
Yeah,
we'll post that on the gram. Where's Kelvin Mitch?
Yeah, but you're talking.
He was at the Giants, and the Giants cut him. Yeah, the Giants cut him.
Who's the Patriots running back? Damien Harris? They got rid of Mitchell. So I mean, Sonny Michel. Like who's there? I mean, that's tough. I mean, that's gonna hurt them a lot.
All right, so you got Buffalo. You got Buffalo winning AFC East, right?
Buffalo.
Yeah. Okay. So I know we got thrown off topic because we were talking about Kelvin Benjamin. All right, AFC North. We got the Steelers, the Ravens, the Browns, and the Bengals.
The Bengals, the one that triggered. The Bengals triggered. Unless you're going back to the championship. Brian. I mean, Ravens gonna be close. It'd be competitive, but their weakness is their strength, and that's Lamar Jackson. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he won anybody. He got 1,000 yards rushing last year. That's all he does. Make him a passer like that. Matter of fact, did he play Tennessee last year in the playoffs and got lost?
Remember, he got hurt. He got hurt in the game and it came back. I think he lost to the
late in third quarter.
Yeah, he got hurt. I think he lost. Wait, he lost to the Browns, didn't he?
It could have been the Browns or Tennessee.
Yeah, it was one of them.
Sure. But he hurt late in third. He would do that.
No, he beat the he beat the Titans because I think the Titans got kicked out of the first round.
You know what? I think it was Buffalo. He lost to. I think it was Buffalo.
Yeah.
I think it was Buffalo. But
yeah,
you got
we'll find out.
Lamar. Lamar has more picks. You know, last year he had no touchdowns in the playoffs. He had 2 playoff games, no passing touchdowns. What's your job, quarterback? That's like having a starter with no assists. What's your job?
Okay, so all right. So you got the Browns winning, right? I got Baltimore. I got Baltimore bouncing back. They got
how? With what?
Well, they drafted a true number 1, which I told. Remember, my philosophy in drafting. In the first round, you draft your most important need. Whatever your most important need is what you draft for. A lot of people draft for the best talent. I draft for my biggest need. What is my biggest need? If my biggest need is a quarterback, I go after a quarterback. My biggest need is running back, I get a running back. Baltimore's biggest need was wide receiver, and they went and addressed it by drafting Bateman out of Minnesota, who I think is going to be a very good receiver in this league. He will be a top 10 receiver in this league. Listen, he will be a top 10. He has sure hands, and I think he's going to help Lamar Jackson's career.
Top 10 where?
Bateman will be a top 10 receiver.
What time is it? 9:36 a.m. Oh,
Nate, we're talking about what I'm talking about is next 5 years.
What you said it now? You clear it up. I'm like, you said he'll be top 10. You get top 10.
No, not this season. Not this season. No. I said in the next 5 years, he will be a top 10 receiver. I watched a couple of Minnesota games, and that boy can catch. He has really good hands.
Yeah, in college. He's great in college. Absolutely.
Yes, and he's going to be great in the NFL. Yes, he's going to be great in the NFL.
We're faster, we're stronger, we're everything in the NFL.
Okay.
Hey.
You're going to see him work.
You know what? Actually work. He was so great in college. Wasn't he?
Listen, but he was.
But he was. He was what?
Listen, Julio Jones, wasn't he great in college and great in the NFL? Huh?
Alabama, that's different.
It's different. Okay.
I'm lost.
Okay.
Alabama receivers, when they go to NFL, they still good. They still good numbers.
And no other college gives you good receivers. Absolutely none. None of them give you good receivers. None.
Give me after this. What college producers have? And I'm gonna say that one guy. I need 5 or 6 guys.
What school did Debo come from? He came from Alabama.
Listen to me. How many guys in Debo's college or NFL at receiver doing good or great? Alabama, you got Ridley. Just go. In fact, they're on the same team, Ridley and Julio. That's 2 guys. I'm not counting Judy. I'm not counting other guys. So give me a school. Give me a school that has 6 to 7 receivers that are in the NFL.
LSU.
I'll give you awarded. Just Jefferson. So you're sitting on all day.
Jefferson. You got the
guy from what? Mm-hmm.
No,
the guy from. Go ahead.
The guy who got drafted. No, I forgot his name.
Bro, that's why he's not good.
No. No, he's on the Bengals. The guy's the Bengals drafted. He's from LSU. The number 1 receiver. Chase from LSU.
Chase.
Yes.
But you say he dropped passes in preseason. So
well, no. He's having a rough preseason, but he'll be fine.
But I'm saying 6 to 7 players from after you can sit here and give me 6 to 7 players from Alabama.
Listen, not okay. Unless you produce good receivers.
So you can't.
We're gonna continue that conversation.
Odell Beckham. Odell
Beckham's LSU.
Are the only one. Jefferson and Beckham are the only ones you can tell me. The rest you have to Google to find for me. You can give me 6. You can give me 5 Alabama players in the league right now.
Because they recently played. Because we see them in the championship every year. They recently played. Okay, next subject.
That's what I'm saying.
Nate, we'll come back to this. But you got Okay, so you had Cleveland winning the AFC North.
Cleveland, yes.
I got Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
I got Baltimore winning. And the last division, AFC South, is Tennessee Titans, the Colts, the Texans, and the Jaguars. Who you got?
Trevor Lawrence has never lost a regular season game in his life. Ever. Not in high school, not in college, ever. You hear me? Ever.
He lost the championship. He lost against Ohio State last year.
He never lost a regular season game in his life.
Okay.
Bro. That's legendary.
Okay.
Guess what?
What?
He's going to continue that in the NFL. Just the opposite way. He's going to get 16 losses. No, they go with Tennessee. That's it. They are too. They were good defensively already. They're better offensively. Tannehill showed spurts of a lot last year. He's going to show a lot this year. It's going to be dynamic for them. I'm going Tennessee. Definitely Tennessee.
All right. Yeah, definitely. I got Tennessee. As well. Okay.
What, man?
No. I'm still on this heat about LSU wide receivers.
Yeah, I didn't look it up myself. I didn't look it up because I don't know any besides Justin Jefferson Beckham. I don't know anybody else. In case who's new, I don't know anybody that has been in the NFL that's been doing numbers for them every receiver. So,
listen, Terrence Marshall. You forgot Terrence Marshall. He got drafted by the Panthers.
When he's in the NFL, I'm lost.
Well, he was a rookie this year. Remember, it was Terrence Marshall, Jamar Chase, and our guy in Minnesota. All of them were on the team with Burrow, who won.
That's cute. College doesn't count when you. College does not count when you're in NFL. I'm lost. It don't count.
Okay, so
I'm lost. You're gonna go back to 1943 on me, right? But go ahead. I'll wait.
No.
Go back to 1943 on me.
Listen, we ain't got to.
You're gonna have to.
We don't have to continue beating this drum. But
yeah, because there's no Jordan Reed.
No, listen, Alabama's number one, but I think LSU I would rank as.
Oh, you know what? Dwayne Bowe. He was good.
Enough. Okay. All right. We apologize, folks. You know, this is what happens when you have a guest host on. You get off topic. You get off topic on what we supposed to be focusing on.
You bet.
Huh?
You got Jarvis,
man. Jarvis on yeah. Okay. Jarvis. I told you that I don't put them ahead of Alabama. Huh?
And DJ Shark too. He's from LSU.
DJ Shark.
He was good for the.
Yeah.
He's good for Jaguars.
So, okay, so folks, we discussed a lot about the AFC, and we discussed a lot about things outside of the AFC as well. But you know, we thank you for listening today. Nate, any last words that you have for the people?
AFC champion will be
who?
Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns. So you know what? Being that we didn't ask this question last week with me and Rob, we'll ask this week. What is your Super Bowl prediction for this season?
And I'm going to put Cleveland / Tennessee on that, but either one of them teams I think are going to be victorious. You can call me biased. I'm cool with that. But I think if we're healthy, no one's beating us 49ers. We're healthy. We're healthy right now. Ayuk is hurt right now with a little hamstring injury. If we're fully healthy, you saw what happened to us when we're fully healthy. Actually, we didn't have D4 in the Super Bowl in the playoffs, but he's healthy right now. We have great running backs besides Mozart behind them. if we're healthy, we're not losing. We're going through. I think I look at my schedule. We're going 13-4. Everybody's saying the Rams, so they got Stafford, Deshaun Jackson. Now they got Sonny Michelle, so they're going to be. They have beaten us in the last 2 years, not even once. So I think 49ers, Cleveland, Tennessee, one of those teams. If Chiefs make it, no surprise. The Chiefs, but I think 49ers, Buccaneers are. They show their hand. Brady did what he had to do. He showed that he doesn't have to win. That was all he did to show everybody he doesn't have to be on the Bucs to win. He did that. He's going off to the sunset. We're going to wreck shop because our defensive line is as mean as theirs are as well. And we got D4 healthy, both are healthy, Armstead healthy, and Kinlaw healthy with some good backups behind them. So,
all right,
and the best middle linebacker in the game. Best middle linebacker in the game.
Who?
So. Who else? Fred Warner. I'm lost. Is he not?
He's good. He's good.
In top 100, he's number 21. There's no middle linebacker above him. Bobby Wagner 25, and Darius Leonard is 40 something. I
think we need to listen. As much as I love Bobby Wagner, I think we need to drop him down a little bit. I
agree.
Yeah, I don't think he's 25. Not anymore.
No.
Listen, Bobby. I know if you hear this, I know you might be mad at me. You're still good. I just don't think that you're ranked. Like, if I'm picking 25 players, regardless of position, I don't have you in the top 25. I'm sorry. I just don't have you in the top 25. I'm looking at all positions. Okay. I don't have you in my top 25. I just don't. I have you in my top
who did you have
35. I have you in my top, like I have Bobby in my top 30. Who, me?
Who did you have winning all the divisions in the NFC last year? The last podcast. Who you had winning all the divisions?
I had the Rams, Buccaneers. I had the Cowboys and the Packers winning divisions. But here's my thing: like I have in my Super Bowl, I have the number one seed is going to be the Chiefs, but I have Buffalo beating them in Arrowhead. I have Buffalo beating them, and I have my pick is I have Buffalo and the Rams in the Super Bowl because remember the Super Bowls that Brady lost. If you look at the Super Bowls that Brady lost, it's that front line. That defensive line is what beat him. He lost to the Giants twice because of what? That defensive line. The defensive line could get to him.
Right.
And he lost to the Eagles, even though that game was outrageous. They scored like 40 points, but the defensive line,
40,
but the defensive line is what did it. Because remember, he got that late sack. They got that late sack, and that's all she wrote. So
right.
I just think, and we had talked about this last week. And sorry, folks, that it's bleeding into this week, but we had talked about the Rams have two generational talents on their defense: Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. Like, you're not throwing on Jalen Ramsey's side unless you got guts. Now listen, I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait to see. I'm gonna watch the 49ers and Rams play because I want to see Deebo Samuel lined up on Ramsey, and I want to see what happens. Because
he was last year. You know what happened last year? You see what happened? It was, and we didn't have our team. We didn't have Kittle, all them guys. Aaron Donald got 0 tackles, 0 sacks against us last year. 0.
Okay.
0.
Okay.
He was you against us. He was nobody.
Wow.
No, he's arguably the best player. He's arguably the best player in the league. I can buy in the bar none say he's if the top 10 or top 100 comes out today, I think he's the number one player in the league. He changes everything
Right.
that you have to do on everything in the world. But he got nothing. He didn't get half a time.
Okay.
0.
All right. Our followers
This
will
year,
go verify that.
0.
Our followers will go verify that and let us know
You
this
don't have
year.
to. I watched the games. Those the only threat to me last year was the Rams. Seattle's going to way that out. They're going way out. Russell Wilson declining. Lock is gone. I mean, yeah, they're declining.
Okay. All right. So, folks, we thank you for listening. We had a very action-packed show. We talked about last week. Talked about the NFC. This week we talked about the AFC. And we want to thank our special guest Nate for providing his insight, because we know he was going to come with the heat and bring arguments and, of course, derail us a little bit, because that's who Nate is. Nate is the brother.
I have to. I got to.
Nate is the wild child brother. So we really appreciate him being part of the show, and we'll definitely be bringing him back later on in the season. So thank you, folks, for listening. If you want to follow us, you can follow us on Instagram, and it's at Bloodbrothersballin podcast, and I'll spell it for you. It's BROTHERSBALLIN PODCAST. Brothers Ballin podcast. You can get some merch at www.blackandwhite.com, and the black and white is spelled BLKNWHTE.com, blackandwhite.com. That's our website. You can get some merch from there. That's a store that I created, and there's merch on there where you can buy. And our email is bloodbrothersballin without the G at the end at gmail.com. bloodbrothersballin@gmail.com. We thank you for being a brother and a sister who love sports, who love hearing us, and we thank you. We really appreciate you guys, and we hope that you have a wonderful week. See ya. You can say bye to the people, Nate. Peace out.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right.